Okay, hello everyone, and welcome to today's class in English. It's going to be about Unit 8, and we will focus on grammar and more specifically on conditional type 0, 1, and 2. So let's get started. If you study well, you succeed. If you study well, you succeed. This is the condition, and this is the result. Conditional sentences express conditions and results. If a certain condition is true, then a specific result happens. Now, let's start with conditional type 0. This type of conditional is usually used with type 0 with the facts and habits. So look at this example. What happens if you drop an egg? Obviously, if you drop an egg, it breaks. And what do you do when you get sick? When I get sick, I take medicine. When I get sick, I take medicine. If you drop an egg, it breaks. Conditional type 0, we use simple present in both verbs, the verb of the main clause and the if clause. Here is another fact. If you heat the ice, it melts. And what happens if you mix red and yellow? If you mix these two colors, you get orange immediately. If plus simple present, plus simple present. Some people, like let's see, what happens when you feel bored? This one is not a scientific fact, but it's more of a habit. When I feel bored, or if I feel bored, I play games or I play computer games. Other people, when they feel bored, they go shopping or they go cycling. Now, let's finish. We are done with conditional type 0, and we move immediately to conditional type 1. First conditional. First conditional is used with real situations in the present. So what will happen if you study hard? If you study hard now, you will succeed in the future, probably. What will you do if you have a lot of money? Notice that if you study hard, you may get a job. And if you get a job, you may have a lot of money. What would you do with that money? If I have a lot of money, I will buy a car. I will buy a car, okay? Now, close order. A conditional sentence can begin with the if clause or the result clause. If you study hard, you will succeed. We can also start with the main clause and we can say, you will succeed if you study hard. The only difference between the two is that starting with the if clause, we put comma in between. Here is a short summary. Conditional type 0, we use simple present in both verbs, whereas it's used to talk about general facts and habits. Whereas conditional type 1, we have the if clause, we put the verb in the simple present, and in the main clause, we use will plus verb. First conditional refers to possible or real situations that can happen in the future. We can use will here, or may, or can. This is like a review of the examples. If you heat ice, it melts. The egg breaks if you drop it. This is a fact. If I have money, I buy ice cream. This is one of my habits. I get a headache if I read a lot, which is another habit. You will get the third ice cream for free if you buy two. So getting the third ice cream depends on whether you buy two at least. If they don't treat them well, they will leave. If it doesn't rain a lot, these are all examples of conditional type 1. If it doesn't rain a lot, the harvest won't be good. So let's do this task together. If the sun Perfect. Rises high. The weather becomes very hot. Plants will die if it doesn't rain. Excellent. People will get fat if they eat junk food. If a person practices sports, he or she always feels good. If you cook the supper or lunch, I will wash the dishes. So I think this is it. And I wish you good luck with your regional exam. And thank you very much. Bye.